Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello everyone, hello prep sports fans. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get ready to go here on today's first game of the 2019 season for the Loyola Breakers. We're in Eureka, Montana, as we get set to go for the first game. Loyola Breakers on the field warming up right now. The Eureka Lions getting ready to bat. Our starting lineups today, starting with the Eureka Lions. Batting in the number 1 spot, number 15, Maya Carvey. She'll be over at third base. The shortstop, number 1, Michael Shea, will bat second. Batting third is number 9, Avery Escobar. She's going to be in the pitcher's circle, the 5 Valley Auto Sales pitcher's circle. And it is windy up here in Eureka, if you cannot tell through my microphone. I do have a crowd mic going on as well. Eureka now out on the field getting ready to go. Batting fourth, number 3, Katie Schmidt. She'll be behind the plate guarding. As the catcher, batting fifth is number 16, Rihanna Hawkins. She'll be hanging out in center field. The second baseman, number 11, Haley Hall, will bat sixth. Batting seventh is the right fielder, Savannah Vondenberg. She's number 6. Number 14, Rihanna Truman. The first baseman will bat eighth, and rounding out the order, number 4, Alyssa Utter, the left fielder. Now for the Loyola Breakers, their starting lineup as we get set to go. Trying something new this year with our streaming, as I'm going to be tied in with the Breaker Game Changer account and keeping up to date there. Batterudin will bat first. She will be holding down third. McHugh is the second baseman, number 6, batting second. Batting third is Hermes, the shortstop, number 10. Number 5 is Hickather. She'll be in the circle. Expecting a great year out of her this year. Carly Tipp, the catcher, will bat fifth. Number 15. Number 18, Ashton Leibel, will bat in the 6th spot. She is going to hang out in center field. The first baseman, number 25, Donahue, will bat 7th. Batting 8th will be the right fielder, Whitegrass, number 20. The DP will bat 9th. That is number 12, Hall. And Deshaw will be the flex, batting in the 10th spot, as she will be number 13. Brendan Miller, the head coach for Eureka. Brian Bassetti for the Loyola Breakers. First year for Bassetti, as Troy Waters stepped down, a longtime coach here for Loyola Breakers, and the girls just love him, and the fans and parents love him as well. What a great individual that this Loyola community has in Troy Waters. But it's a new era, and we will learn some new things from our new coach in Bassetti. He has experience at the coaching position, coming over from Big Sky, I believe. As we get set to go here, the Breaker girls with their pre-game chant. Behind the plate today is David White and all I was able to get for our field umpire is Denny. So that's our starting lineup. So we're going to go ahead and step aside here on the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get ready to go for our first pitch of the 2019 season. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash, on reserve across from Large Pond.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. As we are just moments away from the first pitch of the 2019 Loyola Breakers season. They were scheduled for this game last Saturday, and field and weather conditions did not permit, so they moved it to today. They were supposed to go on Tuesday night against the vaunted Florence Lady Falcons, but that game getting changed to the 29th of April. So the Breakers getting their season underway here in just a few moments as Eureka has now cleared the field and our umpires now at home plate ready to go, and we'll have our chalk talk with captains and coaches here in just a moment, and then our first pitch. So we'll go ahead and step aside. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Eureka, Montana. Chris Stratton with the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we get set to go for our first pitch of 2019. Loyola Breakers in Eureka taking on the Lions, and warming up in the circle right now is Avery Escobar for Eureka. Our leadoff batter is going to be Badarudin, the third baseman. Now the Breakers, they have had, they lost Natalie Goodman to graduation last year, as we heard the ball come off of the backstop. But a couple of key seniors, but you know, the thing about high school sports, doesn't matter what sport it is, it's a year rotation, and well, right now the Breakers looking, they could really, outside of Florence, be a threat here in this Western Class B division, BC division for softball. And the way that the Montana High School Association does things is we've got AA, Class AA, Class A, and then B and C are combined to put together the divisions, and they play for a state title. Florence getting the state title last year for girls, and those Lady Falcons have a pretty good chance of coming back again this year and doing it once again. Here's Badarudin on her way to the plate and going and setting up inside that pitcher's circle. The Five Valley Auto Sales pitcher circle at 3300 South Reserve Street, or online at www.fivevalleyAutosales.com. Here's our first pitch, and it's going to be a ball. First pitch at 3:06 p.m. You can listen in here on MPSN, and then you can follow along on the stats as the second pitch is going to be low coming in. Giving us a ball 2 count. Escobar takes a deep breath, and the windup. Here's the pitch, bunt showing, and this one's going to be fouled off for strike one. So 2-1 on the count here in the first. In the on-deck circle is McHugh. Here is the pitch. That one's going to be just outside. Makes it 3-1 on the count. The pitch. Bunt laid down, and that one's going to be foul, so we'll fill the count up at 3-2 now for our leadoff batter for 2019, Haley Badarudin. Badarudin looks down the third base line. And here's our pitch. And the Breakers will start off 2019 with a walk. So a runner at first with no outs as Molly McHugh comes to the plate. Escobar steps into the circle, and the pitch. Bunt laid down right to the pitcher. Escobar will pick it up. The throw to first is there on time. That one could almost be looked at as a sac bunt. So 1 out and a runner at second now for Loyola. And the first pitch slides across the plate to Hermes for strike one. And we'll get ball one. So 1-1 on the count. 1 out and Badarudin at first. Here's the Escobar pitch. This one's going to be swung off, fouled right back at us. To give us strike two. And White will give us the count. Escobar steps back in. And the pitch. That one will hit the dirt in front of the plate. Runner holds at first and will be tied at 2 on the count. Escobar with the pitch. Hit right at Escobar. It's going to bounce past second. Runner at third has been called around on her way home. No, they're going to put the brakes on. And Hermes will find herself at second with runners at second and third now for the Breakers. And that'll bring up Hickether, the pitcher for Escobar. Pitch low, but across the plate for strike one. Hickether steps back in. Right-handed batter is Hickether. And she sets. Here's Escobar with the windup. That one hits the plate. Runners hold at second and third and will be even at 1 on the count. 1 out, runners at second and third, top of the first inning. Loyola at bat here against Eureka. Here's Escobar to Hickether. And Hickether will be patient as we go to ball 2. And time is called as White will clean the plate off. And we step back in. Both teams' first games of the season. Florence got into play on Thursday against Troy. So some teams getting going. Here's Hickether right at Escobar. Escobar will go home for the force out. Catcher. And Loyola will get one on off of the error at home. So Loyola striking blood first, 1-0. With 1 out on the board. And Loyola will have runners at first and third as the catcher, Carly Tipp, comes to the plate. Alrighty, so we're going to have a switch out where Harris is going to come in and run for Hickether. Hickether will be in the pitcher's circle when the Breakers go to the defensive side. Tipp now settles back in. And here's the Escobar pitch. Low, that one's going to get loose. Runner from third is going to come home. Runner from first advances. And the Breakers we'll have 2 on the board and a runner at second with 1 out. Well, 1-0 on the count to Tipp. She looks down the line. Gets a call from her coach at third base and settles in. Here's Escobar with the pitch. Low. They say it did slide across the plate though, so it'll be strike one. So even count at one. So we get strike two off the pitch. Tip's going to connect on this one. It gets past the second baseman. Runner from second has been waved around. Here's the run home by Harris, and Harris will get across the plate as Tip will get a stand-up double. And the Breakers take a 3-0 lead. Here in the top of the first. That'll bring up the center fielder, Ashton Leibel, for Loyola. Putting Donahue in the on deck, and we'll get our runner for Tip as well as Van de Per will come out and stand at second. So a runner at second with one out on the board, and the Breakers up 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. As Leibel steps in. Leibel is senior. Part of that Breaker basketball program that went on a run. This was going to be tipped right back up over our heads for strike one to Leibel. Here's the pitch by Escobar. And she has the windup. Swung on. For strike two. That one's going to be tipped right back at us for a foul, and we stay at 0-2 on the count. Runner at second for the Breakers with one out, and they're up 3-0 here at the top of the first. Escobar now settles back on the rubber, and the pitch swung on. And little confusion at the plate, but we'll have out number two. Runner at second will advance to third. And that will bring up, as Leibel is out at first, Donahue will come to the plate. Escobar now ready for the pitch. That one's going to be tipped off. Runner at third will hold. And we'll have strike one. Top of the first inning, 3-0 Breakers on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Fast Trip Conoco, your one-stop shop, convenience store, and gas station with Magic Touch Car Wash right in the parking lot. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be tipped right back at us for strike two. Foul ball as Van de Per comes home from third. White cleans the plate off. And Donahue will settle back in. Here's the pitch by Escobar. Swung on, fouled right back at us. And we'll stay at 0-2 on the count. Two outs. Here's Escobar with the pitch. Runner at third. And that one's going to be across the chin for ball one. Donahue works into the count here with some patience. Swung on, and the final out of the inning will be a strikeout. And the Breakers get 3 runs to go up 3-0. We'll have your bottom of the first right after this. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula. Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn and Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton in Eureka, Montana. The Loyola Breakers taking on the Eureka Lions on the softball diamond. And in the top of the first, Loyola taking a 3-0 lead. Kayla Hickether is going to step into the pitcher's circle, the Five Valley Auto Sales pitcher's circle. And leading off will be the third baseman, Mia Carvey. Carvey, Shea, and Escobar scheduled on the inning for Eureka, and this was going to be bunt tipped back right at the umpire as he dives out of the way for strike one. Hickether now settles into the Five Valley pitcher circle, swung on for strike two. 0-2 on the count. Miller will come down the line and instruct his batter. 0-2 on the count is what White tells us. Hickether now with the pitch. Hit right at Hickether. She'll pick it up on the roll in the circle. The throw to first, and that will be out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. So that'll take us to Michael Shea, the shortstop, as she sets it in, a right-handed batter, and Hickether now settles on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Bunt. Fouled off for strike one. The set with some instruction to his catcher. The wind to die down a little bit. Sun has come out. Still pretty cloudy here in Eureka, as we got a high pitch that gets us even at 1 on the count to Carvey. Or to Shea, I apologize. Avery Escobar in the on-deck circle. That wind is brutal as this one comes off the knee guard of Tip for ball 2. 2-1 on the count. Bottom of 1. Loyola leading Eureka 3-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be bunted off foul, and we'll get an even count at 2. So the breakers coming up. They will have Powell County coming up on the 11th at home, as Hickether will strike out the batter for out number 2. And that's how Hickether was last year. She was a set 'em up, knock 'em down pitcher for the Breakers last year. So expected to do the same again this year. Here's the pitch to Escobar, and it's going to slide across the plate for strike one. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be hit right at the shortstop, a dive, and it's going to roll into left field and picked up, and Eureka will have a runner on first with 2 outs. That takes us to Katie Schmidt, the catcher for Eureka. Hickether now with the pitch. This one's swung on for strike 1. Hard swing for Schmidt. I believe she was part of that Eureka girls basketball team. Outside, and we're even. 1-1 on the count. Loyola with 2 hits. Eureka just got their first hit. But this one's going to be fouled right up over our heads. It's going to come down just to the left of us and get one of the fans right in the chin for strike 2. So we go to 1-2 on the count as the wind picks up here in Eureka. They've got a track meet going on here as well. Big Fork, Plains, just to name a few of the schools, as this one's fouled right back into tip. Here's the pitch. Outside, runner at first is going to go as it gets away from tip, and that will move the runner. Give us an even count at 2 as it was a ball. With 2 outs, Eureka with a runner at second. Here's the 2-2 by Hickether. And she'll let that one go inside as we go to a full count at 3-2. Apologize for the wind on the mic. We've got a heavy one going here in Eureka. Beautiful drive up, one of my favorite drives in Montana. You come up Evero, and you get up over the hill in Mission, or to the Mission Mountains. That Polson, this one's going to take a ride to short. The throw to first is there in time, but not held onto, and the runner at second will advance to third. And off of the error, there will be runners at first and third for Eureka. And now each team picking up an error with a threat at third. Hickether now settles back into the Five Valley Auto Sales pitchers circle and winds up. This one will slide across the plate for strike 1. In the circle, or in the batter's box, is Rihanna Hawkins, the center fielder, number 16. The 5-hole batter. Hickether puts her foot on the rubber, and the pitch. This one's going to be fouled into the dugout for the Breakers to the right of us. The Breakers have the away dugout to the right, and Eureka obviously to the left as we're set up behind home plate. 0-2 on the count, with 2 outs and runners on the corners for Eureka. Here's Hickether with the pitch. And a check swing. They'll call that ball 1. Breakers get through the inning here. Bottom of the order as Whitegrass Hall and Dayshaw are scheduled up. Pitch swung on. High floater down the first base line. First baseman is there, and that will finish out the inning. So runners will get hung. A hit will be made, and the Breakers hold on 3-0. We'll be back with the top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash, on reserve across from Large Pond.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratt from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to the top of the second inning where the Loyola Breakers lead 3-0 over Eureka. Avery Escobar on the hill. And due up is Whitegrass for the Breakers, and the sun snuck behind a cloud and now got to break out the stocking cap. As the bald forehead cools off. It's warm here in Eureka, but the wind is just kind of chilling right off of those snow-capped peaks. Eureka, one of the few places in the world where God created the mountains touching the sky. Just a wonderful, just a beautiful place. Many of you that are used to listening to me ramble on about high school sports, I love my state of Montana. I don't think there's another more beautiful place out there. And here's Escobar ready for the first pitch to Whitegrass. Whitegrass will let it go by for strike one. Hall in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch by Escobar. Swung on to get a strike two. 0-2 on the count. Leadoff batter on the inning. And that one will slide across the plate. We'll get a punch out. Our first strikeout of the game. For out number one. Takes us to Morgan Hall. And Hall's pitch will be low and inside for ball one. The on deck, or the leadoff batter for Loyola in the on deck and Batterudin. And this one will slide low to get us ball two. White will call down the first base line to check to see if she committed on the check swing. It's the looking for the wrist to break. Here's Escobar now with the pitch. Swung on, and we'll have strike one to Hall. 2-1 on the count with one out. Here's Escobar on the pitch. And we'll go 3-1. One out, nobody on. Escobar with a deep breath. And the pitch. And we'll get a walk to put a runner on for Loyola. We swing to the top of the order now to Batterudin. And Escobar now with the pitch, and that one will slide across the plate for strike one. Batterudin walk to start the game. Escobar now ready with the pitch. That one's going to bounce on the plate. They're going to go ahead and send the runner at first over to second. And we'll have an even count at one now to Batterudin. And the Pitch slides over the plate for strike 2. So 1-2 on the count, 1 on. And 1 out. Wind dying down, so we'll try our field mic, because this one's going to be hit down the first base line, picked up by the second baseman. The short throw, the runner advances to third, and that will be 2 outs now to Loyola, with Hall at third. McHugh settles in, and Escobar with the pitch. And we get ball 1. Escobar with a deep breath. Swung on, and we'll have strike 1. So even count at 1 with 2 outs. And a runner at first. McHugh at bat with Hermes in the on deck. Swung on. This one's going to go right towards the shortstop. Picked up by the third baseman. The throw is in time, and the side is retired. So 1 left on base, but Eureka holds it off, and we stay at 3-0. Bottom of the second coming up right after this. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton in Eureka, Montana for the Loyola Breakers' first softball game of 2019. Finally getting underway, and the Breakers lead the Eureka Lions 3-0. Bottom of the second inning, and leading off for Eureka is Hall, Bihal, Vandenberg, and Truman. Scheduled for Eureka. This is game 1 of a doubleheader. Second game is scheduled for 5 o'clock. Kayla Hickether in the Five Valley Auto Sales pitcher's circle, and the first one across the plate for strike 1 to Hall. Here's Hickether with the windup. Swung on, and we'll go 0-2 right out of the gate. And it looks like I missed an error there on Loyola. So Loyola with 2 errors, Eureka with 1, and we'll have ball 1 on that pitch. As we go 1-2 on the count. Leadoff batter on the bottom of the second here for Eureka. Here's the pitch. It's going to be tipped, and we go even at 2. On the count, swung on, and we've got a strikeout for out number 1. And we go ball 1. To Savannah Vanderberg. This one's hit short. It's going to roll. Picked up by Hickether. She'll throw to third at first. I apologize. And that will be out number 2. The third baseman picking that one up and making the throw to first. So that takes us to Rena Truman 4. And a low pitch will be ball 1 to Truman. Bottom of the order for Eureka in the on-deck circle in Alyssa Utter. Utter definitely one of those Eureka Lady Lions basketball players, as this one's high for ball 2. 2-0 on the count. The pitch slides across the plate, and Hickether climbs into the count at 2-1 now. Bottom of second. Nobody on, 2 outs for Eureka. Low pitch gets us 3-1. For Loyola, it'll be the 3, 4, 5 batters scheduled in the top of the third. Pitch. And Hickether will have a walk with a runner at first. And 2 outs. Takes us to the bottom of the order. Number 4, Alyssa Utter, the left fielder. So Tip settles in behind the plate. The call has been made, and Hickether with the pitch slides over the outside of the plate for strike 1. The pitch swung on, and that's going to come right back at us. Foul for strike 2. Hickether with a smile now, and the pitch. Runner looked like she was going to go, but they strike her out, and that's the inning. So 1 left on, and Eureka is held to 0. We'll be back with the top of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Hello, Prep Sports fans. Chris Stratton at Eureka, Montana, as the Eureka Lions down to the Breakers 3-0. Loyola up to bat, and it will be the 3, 4, 5 batters, Hermes, Hickether, and Tip, scheduled to go here as Escobar warms up inside the pitcher circle. And Hermes comes to the plate. Hermes, I believe, I didn't look up all of the information, and I apologize, but I believe Hermes is a freshman. She was on the JV squad for the Breakers basketball program and had some time with varsity, a few games. Here's the first pitch of the inning outside for ball 1. Cloud ducked behind the, Ernie Sun ducked behind the cloud. Has been some rain off to the west of us as we go to ball 2 to Hermes. But it's been pretty nice here. Here's the pitch. That one's low and in the dirt. We go 3-0. Now, I know I have pitches set up on the scoreboard there, you guys can see, and with Escobar I was behind on her first 2 batters, so her pitch count is just above that as we get ball 4 and a walk to lead the inning off. As we go to Hickether. Hickether, power player, as she is lethal on the pitcher's mound, and when she swings the bat, last year she had plenty of power, and another year under her belt she should be, as we'll have ball 1. Hickether looks down the third baseline, Bassett with the call, and now Hickether settles in. Escobar with the pitch. Swung on. This one's going to be a hopper into center field, and the center fielder will let it hop in front of her. Runners will advance, and Loyola will have runners at first and second with no outs on the board. As the catcher, Tip, comes to the plate for Loyola. Bassett with little instruction to her. Tip looks at her wristband and settles in. Runners at first and second in the go position. Pitch by Escobar, low, and we'll have a ball. No outs here in the top of the third. Loyola leads 3-0. Escobar settles in. The 5 Valley Auto pitcher circle. Pitch on the way, and Tip will hit this one straight over the first baseman's glove. Runner at second's been waved around at third. The run home, and they will go ahead and hold up, and Tip will have an RBI to give the Breakers a 4-0 lead here in the top of the third with no outs. So runners on the corners. They're going to go ahead, and they switched out Harris for Hickether as a runner once again for Loyola. Hermes the one to pick up the run. Here's the pitch by Escobar, and this one's going to be over the plate. The throw down the third base line is wide of the third baseman. Harris will come home, and off of the error, the Breakers will add a run to their cause to make it 5-0. And Tip is going to go ahead and make her way to third as well. So the threat with no outs and a strike to Leibel. Tip with a good slide into third there. Breakers wearing new uniforms this year. They've got the navy blue pants with the red and white stripe down the side. They're wearing the knee-high socks, which I think is the best look in baseball or softball, as this one's going to be hopped up over our heads for strike 2 to Leibel. They've got the scarlet top with some scarlet or navy blue shoulders and arms, sleeves, and a white Breakers across the front and a white name or number across the back. Here's the pitch, swung on, and this is going to be fouled off. Keeps the batter alive at 0-2 on the foul tip. But the Breakers looking sharp today in Eureka with their new uniforms. Talking to Mr. Tip before the game, mentioned it, and he said, yeah, some of the parents got together and put this together. This one's going to be hit between third and short, and Tip will come home, and an RBI leads to a runner at first, and the Breakers jump up to a 6-0 lead here in the top of the third. taking us to the 7-hole batter in Donahue, as I feel a little bit of moisture in the air. Looks like we're on the edge of whatever storm's coming, but we're ready. Donahue showing a bunt, and we'll have strike one. Donahue will look at her wristband. Settles in the pitch. Bunt showing, reaches out, and we'll have strike two. Runner at first will hold. 0-2 on the count. Escobar walks to the back of the circle, takes a breath, and now puts her foot on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This one's down the first base line. The first baseman blocks it. The step into the lane, and that will finish or be out number one as the runner advances to second. So 1 out, runner at first. Breakers with 3 runs so far here in the top of the third. As we come to Whitegrass. Bottom or 8th hole batter, as this one's outside to Whitegrass for ball 1. Whitegrass looks at the wristband as Bissett has given out the play. Runner at second in the ready position, and Escobar with the pitch. This one's in the dirt. Runner at second's going to advance to third. And we'll have 2-0 on the count to Whitegrass. Whitegrass, another one of those breaker basketball players. Very versatile. Say she's probably between her and Natalie Clevenger. They fight for that 6-man spot off the bench. Here's the pitch. Showing bunt, tip back, and that will give us strike one. In the on deck is Hall. This one's going to be fouled back, and a good effort by Schmidt to dive and lay out, but not able to get the ball in the glove, and we go even at 2 on the count. There's so much focus on pitchers, but to me that catcher position is one of the most crucial and athletic spots on the field. Here's the pitch, and swung on, and out number 2 will be a strikeout to Whitegrass. She did not realize that that was strike 3, and now she'll make the walk to the dugout. We go to the bottom of the order to Hall for Loyola. 2 outs, a runner at third. Breakers with 3 runs so far here in the third to lead 6-0. This one's going to be hit right to the second baseman. Pick up off the dirt, the throw to first, and that will end the side. Breakers get 3, hang 1, and they lead 6-0. We go to the bottom of the third right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash, on reserve across from Large Pond.
Half price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratt for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we go to the bottom of the third here in Eureka with the Loyola Breakers leading 6-0. And we we have the top of the order to lead things off here for Eureka. Maya Carvey at the plate and Kayla Hickether in the Fast Trip Conoco pitcher circle. First pitch on its way, swung on. This one's going to be a hopper into left field. It's got a curve all the way back to the fence. Runner around first, on her way to second. Throw is made in, and the runner will hold at second. And Eureka leads the inning off with a double down the third base line. And that takes us to Michael Shea. So Shea will settle in with a runner at second and no outs here in the bottom of the third. Pitch by Hickether. In the dirt, runner is going to advance to third from second, and we'll have ball one. Wind heavy on the mics as it has been blowing steady since we rolled into town here at 1:30 to set up. Sun though trying to break through the clouds. We've got a blue sky gap here. Pitch on the way, and that was going to be on the toe. Runner's going to come down the line to third, and Eureka is on the board with the run to make it 6-1 Loyola. And the Breakers are going to gather in the pitcher circle and talk this one out. So the Breakers going forward, they will have a game next week, or this week, the 11th, at home against Deer Lodge. 4 o'clock is your first pitch. And we are set to go with Shea. First pitch to Shea. Cross the plate for strike one. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled right back at us. For strike two. 0-2 on the count. Working with the field mic, and I've got it in the fence here, so when it does come back on the fence, you're going to hear a pretty good pop. Just trying some new things out here today. 6-1 is your score. Breakers on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and Hickether will put a K on the board for out number 1, bringing us to Escobar, the Eureka pitcher. Escobar settles in, and Hickether with the pitch. That one's in the dirt right in front of the plate. Tip will let it. She had to take a moment to find it. First game of the year. And it's been a tough spring sports season, as a lot of the Missoula schools have had their first games held off, as we have ball 2, 2-0 on the count. But we've had tennis matches canceled. We've had softball canceled. Track moved as we go to ball 3 now. 3-0 on the count, nobody on, and 1 out on the board. Breakers lead 6-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and we get strike 1. Hickether crawling into the count with 1 out. But the snow has cleared. The MCPS schools had their Billings games this weekend. This one's going to be popped up over shortstop into left field, and it bounces off the face guard, and a runner will advance to second. And that will put a runner on for Eureka. And we go to Katie Schmidt. The pitch. Swung on. Runner's going to advance to second. We get a strike, but it was off. As Tip was not able to hold on to it. Breakers didn't get their baseball field cleared off until earlier this week. Pitch swung on. And they're going to say strike two. So 0-2 on the count to the catcher for Eureka in Schmidt. Hickether settles in, puts her foot on the rubber, and the pitch is on its way. This one's going to be a ball right into the chest of the umpire. And we go 1-2 on the count. Looks like the Eureka track meet is winding down to the left of us. Here's Hickether now with the pitch. Swung on, foul back, and the batter will stay alive at 1-2 on the count. Runner at third for Eureka. Here's Hickether now with the pitch. Swung on. This one's into center field. Stepping back, Leibel's got a line on it. She'll put it in the glove. Runner will tag at third. And Eureka gets another run in here in the inning to make it 6-2 with 2 outs. And we move to Rihanna Hawkins, the center fielder. Good play by Leibel in center field. Here's the pitch by Hickether. And we'll have ball one. Most of the fields, though, in Missoula took quite a bit to get cleared off. High pitch gets us to ball two. The tennis courts at both Playfair and the Fort, those new ones over the Fort, did not get cleared off until last week. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be fouled off to get a strike one. Was out checking things out in Missoula on Tuesday, and they were actually using a power washer on the courts at Big Sky to kind of finalize everything, and they had some of the public out playing tennis. Pitch on the way, swung on, and we go even on the count at 2 as Hickether climbs into the count. And they had cleared off the tracks, MCPS Stadium track, that new one over there. And a low pitch gets us to a full count at 3-2. But I had heard last night that when they cleared the Sentinel track off, that whoever had done it, as we get a walk on that pitch to put a runner at first with 2 outs. And we go to Haley Hall, the second baseman. And this one swung on for strike one. But I had heard that they had some issues with plowing the track over at Sentinel, and that there's some divots in a few spots on that track. Pitch on the way, outside to give us an even count at 1. 1 on, 2 outs. Bottom of 3, Breakers leads 6-2. Eureka getting on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard here in the 3rd inning. Scheduled for 7 on a doubleheader. Here's the pitch. Swung on. This was going to be bounced out. Shortstop will pick it up in the dirt. The throw to first is on time, and no, they say off the base, and the runner will advance. So runners at first and second now for Eureka with 2 outs. And we go to the 7-spot batter, Savannah Vandenberg. Here's the pitch. Fouled backwards for strike one. Breakers get through the inning here, and we have the top of the order scheduled. 1, 2, 3 batters as Hickether has the pitch. This one's down the first base line, and it is just out. Foul for strike 2. So 0-2 on the count. pitch, 0-2. This one's high. Runners are going to advance to second and third, and we'll have ball one with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Second game of the doubleheader scheduled for 5 o'clock. And now Hickether ready for the pitch. And that will give us strike 3 for the inning. So Eureka earns 2, leaves 2, and they get into it at 6-2. We'll be back with the top of the fourth right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to Eureka, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the top of the fourth inning. Loyola leading the Lions 6-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. In the pitcher's circle, the Five Valley Auto Sales pitcher's circle, Avery Escobar. And the top of the order for Loyola, Badarudin, McHugh, and Hermes. Haley Badarudin settles in, looks down the third baseline. Gets encouragement from her coach and settles into the box. Here's Escobar now, ready for the first pitch. And it's low over the plate for strike 1. Escobar now. Foot on the rubber, pitch on the way. And we'll get ball 1. Pitch in the dirt. Gets us to 2-0 on the count. Breakers with 6 runs off of 5 hits. They have scored 4 errors, though, as this one will get us ball 3. 3-1 on the count with nobody out. Leadoff batter here in the top of the fourth. The leadoff batter in the order for the Breakers and batter to Rudine. Walked. And we get a full count now as that one was just at the bottom of the strike zone. Badarudin doing a good job of being patient, but umpire says it's across the plate. Here's the pitch. This one's fouled down the first base line, and we stay alive at 3-2. Badarudin settles in with a full count. Pitch on the way. This one's going to be hit, bounces out, picked up by the second baseman. The throw to first is there and held on to, and we have out number 1 here in the top of the fourth as the Eureka infield holds up on defense, and we come to Molly McHugh. McHugh settles in, and Escobar with the pitch. This one's going to be fouled high and into the crowd down the first base line for strike 1. Escobar ruffles up the dirt on the rubber, in front of the rubber, and McHugh settles in. Hermes in the on-deck circle. Pitch on the way. Outside, and we get ball one. 1-1 on the count. Eureka fans not happy with the call. McHugh, 1 foot in. Now steps back in. And Escobar with the pitch. Hit foul up over our heads for strike 2. And they'll have to get a ball in from the dugout. Was out last night taking in the Billings versus Missoula softball games, and Sentinel had a ball boy as this one bounces out to the pitcher. The throw to first, and we've got out number 2 here in the top of the second with nobody on for Loyola, and we come to Hermes. But I was out taking in some of the local softball as all 3 Missoula MCBS schools were taking on all 3 Billings AA schools. Pitch on the way. Over the plate for strike 1. And Sentinel had a ball guy that had a towel as we had some moisture last night. He was cleaning the ball off in between each batter as this one rolls in the dirt to even us out at 1 on the ball. Thought that was pretty slick that Sentinel was staying on top of it over there. The Hellgate girls getting to play in that beautiful Montana Grizzly softball stadium as this one swung on for strike 2. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of 4, Breakers lead 6-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Escobar in the 5 Valley Auto Sales pitcher's mound. Pitch on the way. And we'll get ball 2 to even us out to Hermes. Sentinel, the only one to pick up a win last night. I haven't been able to keep up with it today as I was traveling. 2 games today as this one's fouled up over our heads. Keep the batter alive at 2. And they are in need of baseballs as they're trying to retrieve them here. All the ones that have been fouled off. So 2-2 with 2 outs, so nobody on. It is Hermes in the box, and she's going to hit this one smartly into right field on the ground, picked up, and Breakers will have 1 on as the ball killer Hickether comes to the plate. So 2 outs, 1 on at first. As Hickether settles in. Escobar with the first pitch. And it's outside for ball 1. As Schmidt comes up out of her stance and comes down the first base line. Hickether now ready for the pitch, and Escobar will oblige. This one's low across the plate, but ball 2. But as I was saying earlier, Sentinel picked up the only win as Big Sky would get shut out against West. Hellgate beat up in the first game against Skyview as we get strike 1 last night. But Hellgate would stretch it out, keep it even until the 7th inning, and then Skyview would step away, and then for Sentinel it was a lopsided loss in the first game as this one's hit too short, picked up in the dirt. The throw to first on the hop, and it's not held on to. The runner at second will advance to third, and off of the air, the Breakers will have runners on the corners with 2 outs, and we're going to get a runner out as Harris will come back out and run for Hickether with 2 outs. And the catcher, Tip, comes to the plate. And that's a 1-2 punch, folks, here in the 4 or 5 spot for these Breakers is you've got Hickether and then Tip right behind her. Both those girls were a spark to the offense as this one's fouled down the third base line and caught by Bassett. And they want an interference call here, saying that the third baseman had a play on it, and Bassett stepped in. And so our umpires will get together and discuss this one as they work out the call here, but we have a call and they're going to leave it as is. And we get back into action. So Escobar ready for the pitch on the mound, and Carly will settle in with the 0-1 count. Runners on the corners. And the pitch high for a ball. 1-1 on the count with 2 outs. And Escobar and the Lions would do a good job here in the first few batters. And then the Breakers settled in with their mid-order batters and put runners on base. Here's the pitch. Tip. This one's down the third base line. Picked up. The throw to first is there on time, and that will end the side. So the Lions play some good defense to hold off the Breakers. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 6-2 Loyola on the Fast Trip Conical scoreboard. Back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's prep sports heroes.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community. Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we are bottom of the fourth. Breakers lead 6-2. First game of the 2019 season for these Loyola Breakers. The last of the 4 Missoula softball schools, prep schools, as Valley Christian just fields a tennis and track team. They're in action today as well. Busy day for prep sports today as we have our first full Saturday. It's hard to believe that it's the first weekend of April and it's the first full day of sports for Missoula, as that late snowfall really slowed things down for everybody across the state, really. And so now we gather up an already short season. As we are ready to go. The Breakers are going to go to 2 tournaments this year. They're going to go to a tournament in Butte with the Butte Central, and they've got one in Frenchtown as well. Here's the pitch, and swung on for strike 1. And in the box, batting, is Vandenberg. Tipped off back for strike 2. I guess that's Hall, so I didn't get the notes written down correctly, as we've got Hall in the box. No, they say Truman. It's 14, so I am off 1. As Truman will be struck out for out number 1. Here's a pitch by Hickether. Swung on for strike 1. pitch. And it's on the outside of the plate. We go 0-2 on the count. 1 out. Nobody on. Bottom of 4. Breakers lead 6-2. As the clouds now slide in front of the sun. And the track meet here. This one's down the first base line. Picked up by the second baseman. The shovel to first. And that's out number 2. Good infield play by both sides today so far. As Eureka's had some good plays on the infield. And we go to the top of the order in Carvey. And we get strike 1. McCarvey. And we get strike 2. 2 outs, nobody on. And Hickether got a little behind in the 3rd inning there, but she's come out a little pretty sharp here, as this one's going to be fouled back right at us. Keeps the batter alive at 0-2 on the count. Roughly 75 pitches on Hickether's count. As McCarvey settles in. Here's the pitch on 0-2. Hit. This one's high into center field. Leibel tracks it down. Short center, and it's going to bounce off Leibel's glove and roll to third base, and the runner will get the base off of Leibel's drop. So with 2 outs, the shortstop, Michael Shea, with an opportunity. Runner at second. Hickether now gets the pitch from Tip, and it's on its way. Swung on. This one's going to bounce out. Second baseman rolls between the legs. Runner at second, waved home at third, all the way out into right field, and it's now 6-3. Loyola with 2 outs. So both sides getting 2-out runs here in the 4th inning. And we go to the pitcher, Avery Escobar. Here's Hickether now with the pitch. Hesitation over the plate, and they're going to say strike 1. Hickether now steps on the rubber, and the pitch bounced out. Shortstop picks it up in the dirt. The throw to first is made, and not in time as it gets by the first baseman. Runner at second will advance to third. And with 2 outs, the Lions will have a threat at third, with the catcher, Schmidt, coming to the plate. And the Breakers will gather in the pitcher circle to talk about it. Get things settled in here. And they'll break it up here. And Katie Schmidt settles in. Bottom of 4, 2 outs. Runners at second, third. And this one's down the first base line and not able to get there. And runners will score from second and third as Schmidt will have a stand-up double, and it's a game now. 6-5 Breakers. And settling in now is Hawkins. And first pitch is a ball to Hawkins with Schmidt at second. Here's the 1-0. Off the glove. Runner at second will advance to third. And we go 2-0 on the count. To the east of us, it has been a beautiful day along the mountains, but to the west of us, has been stormy, and Coach Bissett will come out and have a conference with his team inside the pitcher's circle. And folks, kind of a special sponsor we have going on, Tip Coburn and Associates. They're actually having a 60th anniversary this year. They've been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today if you're in need of some legal help at 406-549-5186, or stop by their website and their brand new website, www.tcsattorneys.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network. So, the meeting on the mound broken up, and we go to Hawkins, who is 2-0 on the count. Here's Hickether with the pitch, and she'll slice the plate for strike one. Sometimes it just takes a moment, coach, to check in and settle everybody down. Here's the Hickether pitch, and we'll go to ball three. So 3-1 on the count. Hawkins settles, runner at third, and the pitch slices the plate to get us a full count at 3-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth on a 7-inning game. And man, when that sun dips behind the cloud, that wind gets real chill. Here's the pitch. And Hickether will come back to strike the batter out for the final out of the inning. Eureka, they'll get 2. No, they'll get 4. 3, yes. They'll get 3 and leave 1. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn and Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn and Associates a call today at 406-549-5186, or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn and Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
Welcome back to MPSN as we go to the top of the 5th inning here in Eureka. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network, as we've got a good first game of the year between 2 Class BC Western teams in Eureka and Loyola. Leading things off for the Breakers will be the center fielder, number 18, Ashton Leibel. So the 6, 7, 8 batters scheduled on the inning for Loyola. It is Avery Escobar in the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's circle for Eureka. Here is Escobar ready for the first pitch. Swung on, foul back, and that will be strike 1. Escobar now with the pitch. Swung on, and we'll have strike 2. 0-2 on the count for the leadoff batter here in the top of the 5th inning. Leibel, Donahue, and Whitegrass. And they're going to say it did strike 3. So the first batter is mowed down here for out number 1, and that takes us to Donahue. Donahue will settle in with the 1-0 count with 1 out. Swung on to even us out at 1. One more game this afternoon for these Breakers and Lions, scheduled at 5. We are in the top of the 5th on a 7-inning scheduled game. 6-5 is your score on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as this one's fouled into the crowd down the first base line. First strike 2. And the umpire wants the ball back into play. Donahue settles, and Escobar with the pitch. This one's going to be hit once again down the first base line. Almost the same line as the last one, as they're going to have to get help from the crowd to get the ball back into play. And the Libby and Big Fork track teams on their way out of the complex here, as well as Plains. And this one's swung on for out number 2, as the catcher will have the tag. So 2 outs, nobody on, and we come to Whitegrass, who is hanging out in right field today. Here's Escobar with the pitch. Swung on. Strike 1. Escobar pitching well today. Here's the pitch. And it's over the plate for strike 2. So Donahue seemed to have caught her stride here late in the game, and she has been mowing down the Breaker batters. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and we'll have a strikeout on all 3 outs. 3 up, 3 down for the Breakers. We go to the bottom of the 5th, right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash, on reserve across from Large Pond.
Half price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning in a very good game here between Loyola and Eureka, where the Breakers lead 6-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 7 innings scheduled on the doubleheader. Next game is scheduled for 5 o'clock. And it'll just depend on how this one finishes out, as we're at 4:30. Kayla Hickether for Loyola in the 5 Valley Auto Sales Pitchers Circle. And leading off for Eureka. Here's the pitch. This one's hit down the line, and it is Haley Hall. And Hall will be out at first off the good infield play once again for out number 1. So the bottom of the order, the 6, 7, 8 batters scheduled, with Vanderberg coming to the plate for Eureka. Here's the pitch by Hickether, and it will be just out of the zone for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Both teams picking up runs with 2 outs in the 4th inning. So we'll see if Eureka is able to continue on what they did in the 4th inning. The Breakers held the 3 up, 3 down on the top of the 5th. Here's Hickether. This one's fouled back at us for strike 1. 2-1 on the count as our plate umpire, David White, gives us the call. Here's Hickathur with the pitch, and that one's in the dirt to give us ball 3. So 3-1 on the count with 1 out. Nobody on. Bottom of 5. Here's the pitch. And we'll get a walk. With 1 out. Taking us to Truman. With 1 out and 1 on. First pitch is a strike to Truman. Here's Hickathur. This one's fouled right back at us for strike 2. Got to be quick on your heels here. Even though they got the guard, the fence guard here, the backstop. Still got to pay attention as that ball bounces back. Bunt showing, and this is going to be fouled off, and the foul tip on the bunt is out, number 2. Takes us to the bottom of the order. Alyssa Utter for Eureka. Eureka, their 5 runs have come off of 2 hits, and they've committed 4 errors. The Breakers, 6 runs off 6 hits, and they have 8 errors as the first pitch is swung on for strike 1. So Hickathur looking to hold off Eureka here in the 5th inning and give the Breakers a chance to bat, as this one's fouled for strike 2. White, our umpire, will clean the plate. Tip settles in behind the plate. And now the pitch. And it's over the plate, and Hickathur will strike out the batter to finish out the order. So 1 left on, and we go to the top of the 6th. Breakers 6. The Lions 5.
Warning! Warning!
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash, on reserve across from Large Pond.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to Eureka, Montana. Chris Stratton from the Missoula Prep Sports Network. As we're at the top of the 6th inning, Loyola holding on to a 6-5 lead over Eureka. And the bottom of the order to lead off, it will be Hall, and then we'll swing to the top with Badarudin and McHugh on the order. So Morgan Hall will step to the plate with Avery Escobar inside the 5 Valley Auto Sales pitcher's circle. Here's Hall now, ready for her first pitch. And it'll be low for ball 1. Escobar settles, puts her foot on the rubber, gets the pitch from Schmidt, and it's on its way. Swung on, and we even the count out at 1. Escobar was able to hold the Breakers off 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th inning. She's looking to do it again here. Pitch on the way, swung on, and we'll have strike 2. Badarudin in the on-deck circle. And we get a ball, so even count at 2 now. Escobar takes a moment, walks to the back of the circle, now strides to the rubber. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, that one's going to be fouled off of the plate. Keeps the batter alive on the count. Now I've got 92 pitches on the count here for Escobar as we get a full count at 3-2 with Hall being patient at the plate. But I was behind on the first couple of batters, so she's probably right around 100 pitches. As this one swung on, and we'll have a K for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. Swings us to the top of the order for the Breakers to Haley Badarudin as she settles in. Badarudin was a great asset last year for these Breakers. She'll swing on the first pitch. It rolls to the pitcher. The toss to first. Foot is down, and that is out number 2. So we come to McHugh, Molly McHugh. Prep sports fans, if you recognize that McHugh last name, she is the cousin of Ryan McHugh, formerly of Loyola and a Maverick. As the pitch by Escobar slides over the plate for strike 1. It's really been a beautiful day outside the wind here in Eureka, and the wind has actually died down. As this one is tinked over the shortstop's head, and McHugh will have a base for the Breakers. So with 2 outs, the Breakers put 1 on. And we come to Hermes. Here's Escobar with the pitch. And we'll be inside for a ball. Escobar, foot on the rubber, pitch on the way. And that one will bounce in the dirt to get us ball 2. So 2-0 on the count with 2 outs. And McHugh at first. I mentioned the Mavericks. They will start their season as this pitch slides over the plate for strike 1. They'll start their season on a week from tomorrow. They're actually having their baseball camp today. Tryouts last week. Good turnout. Pitch on the way. And we'll have strike 2. The runner will advance to second and get the base. So an even count at 2 with a runner at second and 2 outs. Here's the pitch by Escobar. Swung on. This one will bounce out. Shortstop will pick it up the dirt. The throw to first is there and held on to. And Eureka will hold on. 1 left, no earned, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. 6-5 Loyola on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Back right after this on MPSN.
Mike's Print and Copy is your locally owned print shop. Whether it's custom letterhead or business cards, Mike and his friendly staff understand that your business is important to you and will make sure that your project is handled in a professional and timely manner. Drop into Mike's Print and Copy to have them take care of your printing needs. Stop by 1503 South Russell or give them a call today at 406-728-3363 to have Mike's Print and Copy take care of your printing needs. Mike's Print and Copy is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula and the surrounding community.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning where the Breakers have a 6-5 lead over the Eureka Lions. Top of the order for the Lions in McCarvey, Shea, and Escobar, with Hickether in the Five Valley Auto Sales pitcher's circle. Game 1 of the doubleheader. The weather has held off. Here's the first pitch of the inning, and it's swung on for strike 1. And first game of the season for the Breakers, as they've had their first couple of games rescheduled due to unsafe field conditions. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and this one's golfed down the first base line. They're going to say foul for strike 2. And just as I said something, the wind comes back. I'm going to keep my mouth shut when it comes to the wind from now on. This one's swung on, and Hickether will put a K under her belt to start the bottom of the 6th. Bringing us to Michael Shea. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and this one's fouled down the first base line for strike 1. Shea settles in, and the pitch swung on, and we'll have strike 2. Both pitchers have come out. They kind of had, they started out good, had a slight bit of a lull, and then they both have shook it off and really come on strong here in the end. As we get a punch out for out number 2. And we go to Avery Escobar, pitcher versus pitcher duel. Breakers will have their 3, 4, 5 batters up as the first pitch is a ball when we get to the top of the 7th. Doubleheaders, 7 inning schedules as we get ball 2. 2-0 on the count. .65 is your score on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch. And that one will catch the outside of the plate to get us strike 1. So Hickether climbs into the count here at 2-1 with 2 outs and nobody on. Hickether puts her foot on the rubber and the pitch. And we get an even count at 2. Or no, I apologize. 3-1. Got excited there. 3-1 on the count. Hickether has had a walk. Pitch on the way. This one's high over second base. Leibel is there, and she cannot put it in the glove. The runner will advance to second. So with 2 outs, runner at second here for Eureka. We come to the catcher in Katie Schmidt. 6-5 is your score on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's Hickether now with the pitch. Swung on. This one's high over the pitcher's mound. Second base is there. It's in the glove, and that's the side. So Eureka able to get one on, but they leave them there. And we go to the top of the 7th with Loyola 6-5. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton in Eureka, Montana. Game 1 of the doubleheader between the Breakers and the Eureka Lions on the softball diamond. The first Breakers softball game of 2019. And folks, it's been a long wait. I'll tell you how excited I was to get into softball streaming today. Last night, I went through all of my equipment and scrubbed it all brand new clean. Looked like it just came out of the box. And, well, forgetting that a spring sports season is the dirtiest season of the three, as I have dust covering all equipment already. But I was excited. I'm ready for the softball season. It was a little slow going. It's hard to imagine that just a little over 3 weeks, just almost 4 weeks ago, we had our basketball state tournaments, and we're back in. So leading off here for the Breakers is the pitcher, Kayla Hickether, and her first pitch will be a ball. Avery Escobar on the mound for Eureka, pitching a good one. As I mentioned earlier, both pitchers coming out hot, as this one's going to be wide. They get ball 2-0 on the count to Hickether. The third and fourth innings, second and third innings, I should say. A little bit of a dip, but both pitchers gritting in. This one's down the third base line. Third baseman can't put the glove on it. Does return, and she cannot hold on at first. And the Breakers will have a runner on to lead off the top of the seventh inning. And we go to the catcher, Carly Tipp, as time is called, and Harris will come out and run for Hickether. Coach Bissett, third base coach, giving the play. The girls have wristbands this year. I don't remember if they had them last year or not. No. Get a confirmation from Mr. Tipp, Carly's dad, as this one's hit. Shortstop cannot get the glove on it, and runners will advance to first and second. And with no outs, the Breakers are in business here in the top of the seventh. And that takes us to Ashton Leibel, the center fielder for the Breakers. So some changes outside the uniforms for the Breakers this year. I mean, Bissett, a new coach, doing some things differently and giving the girls wristbands so they know. And he's calling out numbers on plays, on what he wants his plays, with a couple of numbers. Swung on for strike one for Leibel. Top of 7 in a 7-inning game. Next game is scheduled to be at 5, but I imagine we'll have a late start here, as this one's swung on for strike 2. Runners at first and second for the Breakers with no outs. And the wind picks back up. And the way this wind is coming, it is not aiding the batters at all. Pitch swung on, and we have a K for our first out here in the 7th inning. So Leibel struck out. We go to Donahue. And it looks like Tipp is tying her shoe once again. She's been running right out of those shoes today. And here is the pitch high for a ball, and the wind comes up hard here, as I'm going to have to turn the field mic back down. Nothing I can do about my mic. I apologize. Here's the pitch, and it slides over the plate to give us an even count at 1. Breakers back in action on the 11th with Deer Lodge, as Pitch slides over the plate to put Escobar on top on the count, 1-2 with one out and runners at first and second. Over there at the Lloyd Twite Sports Complex. Swung on, and out number 2 will be a swung on strikeout. And we go to Whitegrass. Whitegrass hanging in right field this year. Here's Escobar with the pitch. Swung on for strike 1. So runners at first and second. Harris at first, running for Hickether, and Tip at first. Here's the Escobar 0-1 pitch. And it's over the plate for strike 2. Whitegrass settles back into the box. Right-handed batter. Swung on, and this one's foul tipped, and she's going to get a chance to run. The throw to first is wide, and the bases will go loaded. No, runner comes home, and they say safe. Harris gets the run, and the Breakers take a 7-5 lead with runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. And it looks as though Schmidt lost her batting glove, and White's going to point it out to her. She'll pick it up, and then White will clean our plate off. That takes us to the bottom of the order for the Breakers in Hump. So 7-5 Breakers on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard with runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Escobar, and as time is called, and Bissett will talk to Hall before she bats. But Escobar and the Lions looking to shut down this Breaker late game spree and get their chance to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Hall settles in. Escobar looks to the dugout, and the pitch is relayed. Here's the windup. In the dirt on the plate for ball 1. So Whitegrass at first, Tip at third, 2 outs. Here's the 1-0, swung on, and it's going to be fouled off to get a strike 1 to go even at 1. And we have time called, and Eureka will get together on the mound here to discuss the play at hand. Now, folks, you know, one of our great sponsors, Fuel Fitness, is the only gym from Montana for Montana with 6 locations throughout the state and in Idaho. You can get your fuel on when you're on the go. Check them out online at www.clubfitness.com for a location near you and get started today. Fuel Fitness is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana. And Fuel Fitness partnering with the Osprey this year. The official workout facility for the Missoula Osprey is Fuel Fitness. As those guys, Brenda Pollock, the manager over there at Fuel Fitness, working so hard to be engrossed in the community. This one's fouled off to get a strike 2. So 1-2 on the count, with 2 outs and runners on the corners for the Breakers. Top of 7. Breakers lead 7-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's Escobar with the pitch, and a check swing will result in ball 2. 2-2 on the count. Imagine we'll probably have about 20 minutes between games. Give the girls a chance to hydrate, stretch, probably eat a little something, as this one swung on, and that's the side. So the Breakers get 1, leave 2, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. Loyola 7, Eureka 5. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 60 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash, on reserve across from Large Pond.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Loyola Breakers 7, Eureka Lions 5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Kayla Hickether in the 5 Valley Auto Sales pitcher's mound. And the order coming up for Eureka is the bottom. Should be Utter. Off once again. It's the 5, 6, 7 batters in Hawkins, Hall, and Vanderburg. Trying to read my chicken scratch. Oh. First pitch is going to be fouled off down the third base line for strike 1 on Hawkins. There now, steps onto the rubber, and here's the pitch. And we'll go even at 1. As Hall settles in. Pitch on the way. Swung on. This one's bounced out. Shortstop picks it up in the dirt. Not able to pick it up in time, and the runner will advance. So the leadoff batter will get on with no, and that takes us to Haley Hall with Vanderburg in the on deck. Here's the Hickether pitch, swung on and fouled right back at us for strike 1. Oh, 1 on the count. Hickether settles on the rubber. Pitch on the way. And we'll get ball 1. Runner will advance. The throw to second is made, but the runner is there in time. So even count at 1 with the runner at second and no outs here for Eureka. They're down 7-5 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And our field umpire will reset second base as it was roughed up on the slide by Hawkins. Here's the pitch to Hall, and she's going to foul this one right flat in front of her for strike 2. Eureka looking to swing back and get this game here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch on the way. High, and we get ball 2. So even on the count at 2. Pitch swung on. This one's going to bounce out towards Hickether. Gets by second into center field. Runner from second is waved around at third, and Eureka will make it a 7-6 game with no outs and a runner at first. And Bissett will call time and check in with his team as the infield will come in and the outfielders will go ahead and jog in as well here in Eureka. Now, folks, it's getting to be nice. That means trips. And, you know, if you're like me, you like to shine up your car, well, you should go over and see our friends over at Fast Trip Conoco. They are your one-stop shop for your most convenient gas pumps to a stock of your favorite drinks and ice to keep them cool. Make your car look good before you head out with a trip through the Magic Touch Car Wash, conveniently located right in the parking lot. Fast Trip Conoco is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Missoula. So back to the action. Hickether with the pitch, and it'll slide over the plate for strike one. Vanderberg, low pitch, evens us out at one. Hickether now ready on the rubber, the pitch, and we'll get ball two. Breakers just looking to get through the inning here to finish out the game. Eureka coming on strong here late. 7-6 is your score with one on and no outs. This one's fouled right back up over our heads. Gives us an even count at two. Hickether now with a deep breath and the pitch. And we get a full count at 3-2. Hickether well over 100 on the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and out number one will be a strikeout. Holds the runner at first. One down, one on, and we're going to have Lily Wilbur come in and bat for Eureka, one of the subs. So Coach Miller looking to make a change. Sometimes that's what it's all about in softball, is sometimes that little subtle change late in the game, giving a batter a chance. So Wilbur will come in for Truman. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that one's fouled. Just hopped over the first base fence line. Foul for strike one. One out, one on. Runner at first. Here's the Hickether pitch, and that one's across the... They're going to say that's a strike, and the runner at first will advance to second. And will be 0-2 on the count with one out. Tying run at second. Coach Miller instructing his runner at second as she gets in the ready position. Low pitch. Gets us ball one. Tip doing a good job of keeping the ball in front of her. 1-2 on the count. Hickether now steps to the rubber. We go even on the count at 2. 7-6 is your score on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Pitch on the way. Swung on, and out number 2 will be a strikeout as well here in the bottom of the 7th. So the Breakers looking to hold off Eureka, who is trying to rally here in the late innings. 2 down, 1 on. That brings us to Utter. And Utter will swing on the first pitch for strike one. Pressure mounting here. 0-1 on the count. Pitch over the plate for strike 2. So Hickether turning the screws here. Late, allowed a runner on and a run, but have turned the screws. Swung on, and she will, Tip will have the tag, and that will be game, folks. The Breakers will get the win 7-6 over Eureka. 7 runs off of 8 hits and 9 errors. Eureka, they would get their 6 runs off of 4 hits and have 6 errors. And we've got the first game of 2019 in the books. We'll come back with the second game of our doubleheader. We'll step aside for just a little bit, and then we'll get back into the action. You're listening to Loyola Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well, goodbye.